name's Howard. I'm an English teacher, and I feel that it's about time that I say something that I have learnt myself over the years as an English teacher, and I really want to share it with other people, especially people who feel that their English is not good enough or bad, and they have a problem with communication in English, mainly at work, but also on a social level. In many cases, probably in the majority of cases, people will blame vocabulary and grammar. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about English for business and professional communication. I want to make sure that the people who are speaking in English, who are not native speakers, they understand that English is a tool. That's all it is. It's a tool. What do I mean? When you are speaking in English and it's not your native language, your aim, your purpose, your target is to get your message, your meaning understood by the people you are talking and communicating with. Therefore, when you are speaking English, if it's in a meeting or just a social situation or maybe a presentation, when you are speaking in English, it is up to you, it is your responsibility as the speaker to make them understand. You don't have to be perfect in English. You can't be perfect in English. Nobody should expect you to be perfect in English. However, it has become so easy for native speakers to use this as a way of getting out of problems, solving problems which might not be easy to solve by saying, I don't understand you. Your English just isn't good enough. Can we find somebody who speaks English a bit better? That's going to make you feel terrible. That's going to make you feel like your English is so bad, and it's going to completely destroy your self-confidence. Don't let that happen. English is a tool for communication. The idea is to get your meaning across to the other side without mistakes in the understanding or misunderstandings in what you are trying to explain. That means speak slowly, clearly, simply. Do not make it complicated. Don't try to use better language, higher vocabulary, more complicated structures and forms of the language. You do not need to do that. You need to communicate the language in a way that they understand. Who are they? Two types of people. One, native speakers. Two, non-native speakers, like yourself. If they are native speakers, they might make you feel even worse, because for them, the fact that English has become the world language is a gift, it's a present. And many, many English native speakers have accepted it and use it in a way which is not very nice. What they do is, in a way, they laugh at you. They make you feel so bad about the way you are speaking in English that you stop. And then you will avoid speaking English next time because you felt so bad. You must stop that happening. You mustn't let that happen. You have to say to them, listen guys, I hope you understand me, and if you don't understand, stop me. I will say it again. I will repeat it as many times as necessary to make it clear, to make you understand what I'm trying to say. Of course, I will send it a summary of what we spoke about by email. But I know you can understand me. And if you can't understand me, tell me. When you are speaking to non-native speakers, they have the same problem as you do, because they learnt the language. So speaking simply is the perfect solution for everybody. Don't make it complicated. Understand that it's communication that is the point, and that is what must be done in the correct way to avoid misunderstandings and mistakes. The responsibility of understanding is up to the speaker, not the listener. If you are speaking, make yourself clear and continue to ask and verify and clarify until you know that they have understood what you are saying. If you are the listener, stop them. Say, please, could you repeat that? Can you speak slower, please? Can you speak more clearly? I didn't understand. There is no element of who you are or what you are in this way of communication. It is purely a tool for communication, and it has to be simple, direct, and clear. Please, everybody, stop using English as an excuse, because this is now passé. This is not acceptable anymore. I hope you have understood what I am trying to explain, and I will try and explain in other ways in future videos. Thank you for listening. Bye.